I read 9 books and DNF 2 in May, so let's go through these and see whether I would or would not recommend these to you. Starting off with Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. Yes, if you want an incredibly realistic account of losing a parent to cancer. No, if this would trigger you. It's extremely heavy but immensely relatable, and Michelle Zauner actually narrates the audiobook, so if you like audiobooks, I would suggest you go that route. Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. Yes, if you like dogs, a cast of three-dimensional characters, gossip, and reading about a middle-aged kingdom that is on the brink of civil war. No, if you prefer action-packed fantasies that are not heavy on character development. Normal People by Sally Rooney. Yes, if you liked 500 Days of Summer, want to read about characters with realistic flaws, and need one more sign to cut off your situationship. No, if you have ever screamed at a book begging for the characters to talk. Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yes, if you were enamored by the Artemis 2 launch, need another sapphic book for your June TBR, or you just want a good cry. No, if reading about neglectful parents is too much for you. Tropesick by Lauren Oakey. Yes, if you're not the favorite child, love reading books about books, and if you will not shy away from a romance where the love interests have a really harsh backstory. No, if you're not a fan of magical realism and don't want to read a book that has almost every trope under the sun. The Tapestry of Fate by Shannon Chakraborty. Yes, if you want an action-packed pirate adventure that is as deep as it is comedic and has a significant amount of research put into it. No, if you have not yet read The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi or only read a completed series. This is still ongoing. Next time will be Our Turn by Jessie Q. Sutanto. Yes, if you miss your grandmother sharing her life stories and want a more literary fiction take on a romance novel. No, if you don't want to cry or you prefer a spicy romance. Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. This is the second book in the Beartown trilogy. I'd say yes if you want to cry over a book that isn't heated rivalry, and no if you haven't yet read Beartown or the content warnings are just too much for you. Fangs by K.L. Spear. Yes, if you want to read a post-apocalyptic dark romantasy that is originally indie published but is getting traditionally published. I did have to read this in small doses because of how heavy it is. No, if you want to read a completed series or prefer fast-paced fantasies with no spice. Blowfish by Kyung-Ran Jo. Yes, if you are interested in reading an account of a woman contemplating offing herself by eating a blowfish. No, if you don't like repetitive stories that take a while to progress. Happy Ending by Chloe Leese. Yes, if you want a sweet friends to lovers romance with very strong friendships that starts with divorce. And no, if you don't like slow burns. May was such a good reading month for me.